Have you been to the Congressional Cemetery? Let's talk more about the Congressional Cemetery and some of the important stories that are remembered here. We saw the gravestone of Lucy Bell, who was born enslaved near the beginning of the American Revolution. She was liberated by 1850. One of her children, Daniel Bell, had paid $100 for his wife, 8 children, and 2 grandchildren to escape on the ship SS Pearl in 1848. All 77 enslaved people were later apprehended before they were able to leave the Chesapeake Bay. What is known as the Pearl Incident became the largest recorded nonviolent escape attempt by enslaved people in U.S. history. This is the memorial site of 2 sisters. You'll see one is a beautiful angel, while one is more cowering. This was from her family's insistence that she not get an angel because the cowering sister is Mary Ann Hall, who ran one of the most successful brothels from the 1840s to 1870s. Her brothel was in the site that the National Museum of American Indian was built on. When they excavated, they found that it was a very successful brothel because they had oyster shells and expensive champagne corks, so people do leave oyster shells at this memorial. We also saw the gravesite of J. Edgar Hoover, the founder of the FBI. This is actually kind of ironically the start of the LGBTQ corner of the Congressional Cemetery. There are a bunch of really important stories here, one of which is Leonard Matlovich. He served in the Air Force during the Vietnam War and was awarded a Purple Heart. In 1975, he challenged the military's ban on gay service members by purposefully revealing his homosexuality to his commanding officer. He was ultimately discharged and went through a public lawsuit, encouraging others to come forward and push back against discrimination. His gravestone reads, "When I was in the military, they gave me a medal for killing 2 men and a discharge for loving 1. What is called the Gay Corner is a really beautiful area, and I definitely want to walk back to see more of it. We also ventured over to the public vault, which dates back to the 1830s. It was primarily meant to house bodies of government officials prior to burial. John Quincy Adams, William Henry Harrison, and Zachary Taylor were all here. First Lady Dolly Madison especially was here for 2 years, the longest interment, as her son had spent all their money gambling and they were raising money for a permanent burial. Again, there is so much to see here.